I was gonna say,
Sorry, it's a disengage or hide action. I thought it was a disengage or dash. So I'm here.
From where you are now, you can see about 300 feet away from you is
Stop.
Hugo and for the carriage driver. They've probably heard a couple of bangs at the moment. You can see them as they're prepping the cart, and just hoping that you. And like you see Hugo sort of waving to you guys, like trying to get you to get there as soon as you can. Is that your turn?
Yeah, I mean, like, unless there's anything I can hide behind here.
Not where you are currently. Nah. Okay, Grushta, your turn.
Touch. Alrighty.
Not touch.
I love that store, 7-Eleven.
Is that your turn?
Yeah.
I am so sorry. Okay, Ollie's turn. You can see if he reaches in, he's like, it's and then you can see him, finally, well, not a couple of seconds, but like a few moments, you can see him pull out a cube, and you can tell that this, like,
Hold on, you're cutting out.
My headset's fucked. So you can tell that he looks at this as if this is like the last cube he has access to.
Oh god.
And
Man,
he throws
if he
it,
misses this one.
Final cube.
and it hit.
Finally!
Oh my god, it finally hit.
Oh man. So you can see that this one has similarly the light isn't as like explosive. God damn. Alright.
Pretty high.
It's alright, damn.
And it's against the you see that this one seems to be like it's getting close to dying. The dwarves are going to make their rolls. Yikes! Alright.
Oh, man, hopefully they're in that one, that's 2 whole fails.
Okay, so. And then it is now the giant lumbering creatures. The one that's next to Ollie is going to do his thing, attempt a non-lethal hit. Misses. This one is going to come up, because I believe it can be within the space of an unconscious creature.
Yeah, you can.
Yep. It's going to do the same thing.
Oh god, oh poor Ollie! Oh.
Ollie, I can't do anything, bud!
Yeah, again, non-lethal, so... You see as Ollie falls to the ground.
Shit!
Actually would be unconscious as well.
Is he dying?
No, he said not lethal.
Yeah. Sorry, it's actually that. Alright.
Okay.
And then this one as well is going to probably make it... I'd say it wouldn't make it that far, it'd have to be 20 feet.
I'm not blaming you guys for running.
That's 30 feet.
Uh-oh.
Shit.
That's only going to make it probably about 10 feet. This is going to make it... Oh, that's 30 feet as well. Alright.
Oh, of course it is.
They've all made their attacks, I think, except for the left one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Non-lethal. 9.
You're non-lethal, but it overkills. Does it still kill?
I don't think it aims for non-lethal. I think like any bonus damage is just not counted. At least that's how I play it. Because it would make no sense if you do a non-lethal hit and then you kill someone.
Yeah. I don't want to kill. I don't want to kill. No, I actually can understand. Like, if you're a really big, strong guy, and you're just like, I don't want to kill him, and then you like slam your axe into the side of his neck, and you're like, shit.
Toth is going to do his death save. Oh my fucking god damn it. You see as the human that is with bleeding to death draws his last breath.
Oh boy.
No.
Fury, your turn. Oh no, that's mine.
Uh,
Yours turn done. Yep, my bad. Browns.
Yep.
Your
You probably
turn.
just get rid of me from initiative.
I should, but yeah, it's all good. We'll just see how this goes. What you doing?
What are you doing?
Fury, get up!
Oh fuck.
Oh fuck, yeah.
Hang on, wait.
Is that?
Yeah.
There, yeah.
No,
there
I'm
we go.
up. I'm up with 3 health.
Alright, he's up for 3 health.
Ah!
Help!
Fucking sons of bitches!
You see like this big lumbering dude that was like looking down at Ollie, sees you as you get up, and he's like, hmm? Anything else, Frowns?
Bonus action. Run. Continue to run. I get. Wait. Bonus action.
Wait, isn't healing word bonus action?
Is healing word bonus action?
I think it's a bonus action.
Is it a bonus action?
I'm pretty sure it's a bonus action.
It might be a body digging.
Let's,
It's a bonus action.
It is? Alright, it's a bonus action.
Alright, so what do I do for my main?
Oh, I mean, you can decide not to disengage and you can run.
You know, you
Yeah.
can always I think a good idea might be,
Can
I
I cast another spell?
No, you can only cast 1 spell and 1 cantrip a turn.
Shit.
I think, you know, the Joestars have a good technique in situations like...
Nigga! Oh man, no, I mean, I have to disengage. Like, what am I gonna, fuck, like, I can't shit. Ah, 5, I'm
Disengage?
disengaged, so I move
Oh.
30 feet. I'll go this way.
Why is
So,
Alright, my headset disconnected for a second.
I don't know how you're gonna track it, but I've ran
How far?
down, disengage only 30 feet because that's my movement.
Alright, that's all good.
He moved 20 feet off the map.
Yeah, so 20 feet off the map. Alright.
Okay.
Grisha, how far off the map do you think you are at this point? Or are you on the edge there?
Jake? Lovely.
Like, why was my mic muted? What the fuck?
You were muted?
I wasn't even talking to anybody before. What the fuck?
You might just accidentally hit the button.
That's how far away I am. How far away are you?
I mean, I'm not off the map yet.
Oh, so that's
Alright.
like where you are? Alright.
You're just at the edge.
Grisha, your turn. You see Browns right after this guy.
What have you brought me?
14 hit?
That hits, yeah.
Bye! And then I dashed, well, I don't dash, but theoretically. Metaphorically, I dash 30 feet.
Yeah, right.
How does he run? Does he like take out his arms behind his back, or is he just using all his legs? It's all in the legs, like just with your arms still behind your back.
His arms are like
That one?
tucked up.
Can I just say,
Like his hands are near his chest.
well, I understand why you got me back. If they nat 20 me, they might just straight up kill me. I might not even get a chance.
Alright. Okay, so it's looking like
I don't know. I'm just trying to help. I'm sorry.
both of them like that.
I'm sorry. You know what? That's on me. I'm sorry.
You're the bad guy here.
I'm the bad guy. Duh.
Doo 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 doo. Did Jake run off the map?
Yeah. Yeah, he did 30 feet, so technically he did like
I'm
that.
only gonna be in bed.
So you see both of them move up behind you, and you can see them. What they do is fucking weird. So first, you can see both of them put their hands into the ground and sort of clear up the land, and then they throw down their axes and lift up these giant boulders, pick up the boulders, and then they swing it with their arms. Any creature in the way in 30 feet from here. So how far are you? Yeah, it's 20.
I was
yeah,
30 feet.
Yeah, so you're 30 feet, and
I'm
Frowns
pretty
is
sure
20
that
feet.
one could just reach Declan.
Yeah, if it's 30 feet, that's still within the range. So if that's the case, you need to give me a Dex saving throw of 13. Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
See these like giant boulders, like Indiana Jones style, coming towards you, and you're like, why doesn't he just jump out of the way? And you just jump to the side, and the boulder keeps rolling, and eventually coming to a
I'm pretty
still.
sure that wasn't even a room.
No,
Yeah.
you get the point.
Yeah, I know, I get the point, but
Why didn't you just duck under the boulder, idiot?
Idiot.
what an idiot! What a stupid edge.
Fucking dumbass.
Buffoon.
You can see
What?
that these
I'm
ones
not-
move forward and pick
I'm
up.
looking on Wikidot, and I just noticed there's now Warforged and Warforged, but UA. What's UA Warforged?
Man.
A UA Warforged A?
So you see that these ones, what they do is they pull off what looks to be like these weave baskets off their back, open them up, and begin to put the dwarves and the human body inside of Torth into these woven bags. As this last one looks towards Fury, and non-lethally attempts to 17 hit.
Ow.
Ooh.
Now, normally that'd fuck you over.
Yeah, that would have straight up killed me.
But it was non-lethal, so it's fine.
Ouch.
Alright, since the other two have, I would say you guys can make it away
I wonder
safely. So are you guys planning on running for the rest of this time?
Declan would need to disengage, because the other one would have got right next to him.
No, I threw a rock.
No, they're both at that edge of the map, and they
Oh,
threw
okay.
rocks. So are you guys just going to continue running, both Grushta and Frowns? Alright.
Yeah.
So I'd say then at this point that'll be the end of this initiative.
I don't wanna like run all the way away. Like I want to kind of like dip into the forest and then like kind of watch from the side.
Yeah, that's all good. Alright, so you can see both the old man and Hugo just looking from the cart, really confused about what you guys are doing. Are you guys signaling them in any way, shape, form?
How far away
Well,
are they?
Declan's heavily bleeding.
You're probably about... If it was 300 feet from that edge, you're probably about 170 feet. No, 270 feet from them currently.
Alright. But are they still like on the surface or whatever?
Huh?
Are they still on the surface?
They're like on the cart back at the
No, these guys from
these guys are still there. You can see when you look over, you can see them putting these bodies into the baskets, and you can see them pick up both Fury and Ollie into a basket together.
Oh, I didn't do my D4. Let me see how...
Yeah, see how long you're unconscious again.
Two.
And you can see the one with Ollie and Fury. The top of it is then sort of rolled, and then you can see a chain wrap around it and locked, and then put back onto its back again. So you can see that they're collecting these guys.
Shit.
Oh.
We have to go back for them, right?
I think so, but I don't know if we can do it now.
I mean, like, we can't let them get away. We gotta follow them.
Right here. Okay. Yes, let's follow.
Alright, I guess we're kind of like dip into the side of the forest and try and
Yep.
see where they go.
Yeah, so from where you are standing right now, you can go into the forest to your right, which will just you can lead you back to pretty much where the giant hole is. You can see one or two of them, like after they've collected the different bodies and unconscious bodies and etc. They start to climb back down the side of the wall. So if you dip into there, you can sort of follow that back towards where you're just fighting, but on the outer edge of the fight zone.
So, like, along the right?
Yeah, so you'd be able to go along the right side of the map, where there is a lot more of a forest-based area.
Right.
And by the time you get there, I'd say you can probably see most of these dudes probably down here, with the exception of one of them, which is currently standing there.
Shit. Okay. This will make for an amazing story, I'll tell you that much.
If we live to tell it.
Well, that's why I got into this. So it looks like they're down that hole. So I don't know. You got any bright ideas?
We could sneakily follow them.
Do they seem to be like guarding it?
So you can see what's happening is one by one, they are just sort of jumping into there. And as they're doing it, what you can tell, the last one that goes through, or the second last one that's jumping through right now, you can see that he's the one with Ollie and Fury in there, and then this one sort of like turns around, looks around, and follows very closely behind. So you can see that.
So the bloody one is the one with them.
No, the one before the bloody one was.
He got any distinctive features?
He's got.
Was he the one with the singed beard?
Yeah, he's the one with the singed beard, I'd say.
Singed beard's got our boys.
But there is one you can tell it's standing out like on top of this cliff face on guard.
Right. Okay. Well, I am on 2 health. Hey, Grushtar. I'm real fucked up right now, man. Do you have anything that could help me out here, or
You? I don't have anything to help you. Sorry.
Okay. Well, we should go back to the car and tell the others what happened.
Might not be a bad choice, to be honest.
I have a question.
That's our plan.
Yeah.
I currently have Charm Potion equipped. Do you think it would work on him?
Does it specify humanoid? And
It says
So,
humanoid.
I don't think.
I've missed like. Why is my headset cutting out? What?
Oh, that was my mic's also. If you
Yeah.
let me.
Okay, I'm just gonna real quick. Let me just switch my fucking thing around to the front.
The monks subclass. That's just the JoJo.
Yeah.
Wiki dot now.
Of course.
And so is the fucking wild
Alright,
sorcerer.
hello.
The wild
Alright.
sorcerer barbarians.
So the back of my computer is like burning up like crazy, but I should be good for now.
That's a good
Okay.
sign.
Yeah.
Well, let's go back to the cart and see if we can tell them.
Yep. So you're able to get back to the car, and you can see Hugo just currently on lookout while the old man's just, from what you can tell, is writing in a journal.
They took them.
Where's my brother? Where did
He's
you take him?
he's underground
What?
in a hole. Taken by one of those things.
Things.
We call him Singebeard.
Singe beard. I look.
That's just the name I gave him.
You
That's
can
not
see-
like a thing that we can go off of.
You can see Hugo turn towards Grisha. Can you articulate any of this for me, please?
We were attacked by these. I'm not sure they were. They were big, like green ogres, I guess. I don't know if they were ogres. They've killed a few of us, the guards, muscle that we bought, but they have knocked both Fury and your brother unconscious and have taken them down a hole from where we were.
When you
By
get your-
what? The one that took them had a singed beard, so I called him Singebeard.
you can see the old man when you describe the creatures, he'd be like, "Ah, those fucking Slavich! How dare they? We only give
Slavich?
them." Yes, it's the term of the people that are native to this land. They believe that or they're entitled to it, and because of that, we just try to give them medicine in school, and, they decide to attack us constantly. That sounds pretty much like the creatures that you describe.
Well, we shouldn't judge their culture and all that. It's the way. I mean, it's the way they live. So we might as well just kind of like let them be. The problem is they've taken our friends and your brother. So we can't let that.
My bird is going mad. Sorry, but
we can't let that go.
I don't know what to do. I mean, usually my brother takes care of all the big choices.
Alright, well, I'm gonna take 5 and then go over there. So, yeah, and I just kind of like collapse in the back of the cart.
Hugo then looks towards Grusha and be like, "Please, find my brother."
I will.
Thank you.
Try.
Alright, well, short rest?
if it's a short rest, it's an hour. So I want to be.
Yeah. Okay.
Don't know about the others though.
So
You're half awake.
So
No, not still asleep.
yeah. Do your hit dice. Yeah. How long were you knocked out for? How many hours?
2 hours.
2 hours.
2
yeah.
hours.
So it's been 1 hour now.
Yeah.
After the short rest.
Alright.
All right. So after the hour of your short rest.
I'm going to use 2 hit dice.
Yeah. Is there anything else you're doing in the meantime? Like after that? After the 1 hour?
I don't think so. Wow, that was good.
You're on full health.
Yes, I am. Yes, sir. And anything else that we need to do? Did you do anything in the hour, seeing as you don't need to re-get health? Alright.
That's what he did.
Right.
Observing skulls.
No. The moment I'm like all done, I just like stand back up. I'm like ready to go, and I'll walk into the forest to look around that same area.
Doesn't make sense.
When, like,
after an hour, all your wounds close.
So wait, for the hour, were you like just sleeping for that time?
Yeah. I was just like relaxing,
I say
laying
when
in bed.
Yeah, I say when you wake up from like the short hour rest.
Taking a nap.
Yeah, taking a nap. You can see above where your face is, there is a large amount of like leaves and shrubbery hanging over the cart. As you sort of poke your head out, you can see that the cart's been covered, and they've sort of covered it over you, A as shade, and B to camouflage the cart itself. You can see the old man and Hugo sitting down inside some shrubbery. What were you doing this entire time, Grishta?
I'm gonna read.
Yeah, and you can see Grishta reading next to them.
And I'm up. You guys ready to go?
So we've decided that, and this is the old man, no, this is Hugo. We decided that it's probably best if the old man and myself stay here. I'm not very suited for battle, and well, and he sort of looks at the old man. It's like, neither is he. And the old man's like, no, I can fight. And you see as he gets up, he's like shaking violently on his arm as he's trying to prop himself up. But eventually,
I just kind of like hold him and slowly put him back down.
Oh, maybe over my years I may have grown a little weary, but I promise.
I'm sure in your prime you were a real fighter, huh?
Oh, you should have seen it. Back then, all the ladies loved me.
Ah, you're still a charmer. Alright.
You see like a visible blush, like, oh, thank you.
That's what I do. Alright, so I'm like stretching and getting ready to go.
It's what I do, making people feel better about themselves.
Yeah, let's get going. Alright, let's get going. Me. Alright, let's go.
Grisha, you had not to?
Do re mi fa
Yeah.
sol la ti
No, Rooster
do.
just doesn't want to.
As you like both make your way there, I'm assuming like fucking what's happening is just you hear the different sounds of prepping voice to make a really good bard. And Grusha, I'm assuming you're just reading the entire like walk there for like however long you're doing that for. But when you get to the hole, this time you don't actually see the guard there anymore.
Okay.
So now we head in.
Right.
So, on the edge of the on the edge of the cliff, again you can see it drops down 30 feet. I'd say it's with its steepness, it takes you a little bit of time, but as long as you're careful with it, you're able to climb down. It's when you get to the hole, you can see that visibly that there is what looks to be probably about. Well, you can't really see below the darkness.
Yeah, they can't. They do have standard dark vision, right, guys? Or do you have better?
Standard.
Standard, yeah. So 60 feet. Naked
I
see.
have dark vision.
So yeah, you can't see the ground from up here.
Well, that is deep.
That's deeper than you can assume.
That's a minimum of like 76 full damage.
Well, we do have
Rope.
rope.
Oh yeah, I forgot. I always forget.
I do not have rope.
Oh,
Oh.
well.
The one
you get
time it's needed in D&D and you don't have it.
I have rope, but I'm in the sack at the moment with Ollie. This ain't gay. I was forced into this.
Oh, I do have mine.
You have rope.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Let's rope it down. It's like 50 feet or something.
50 feet.
Yeah, it's like if you climb down, if you might see the bottom of the hole.
Yeah, I'm assuming you probably got like pythons as well, I'm guessing, on your pack.
Oh.
I don't.
Yeah, I come with the Dungeoneers pack.
Ah, come on!
You've got a knife.
A knife?
I have a bear trap.
Yeah, alright. Most bear traps come with like a stake that's normally put into the ground.
And if they don't, they do now.
Yeah, I'd say you could do that. As you bash it in. Yeah, alright.
Yeah.
I don't know if Tom's ever made you do this before, but can someone like who's tying the knot? PS survival check.
I have good.
This is
I have a
understandable,
+1. I have a +1
it's
to it.
completely improvised, so I could completely understand this
I'll do
shit.
it.
That's
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, it's a nice sturdy knot that you've made. You
Nice.
know that it can. We will be able to carry both your weights. You're not certain if it's going to be simultaneously, but you're 100% certain it'll carry both your weights.
We'll go one at a time. I'll go first. I
Oh.
start
And she
like
just
sliding
ignores
down.
the rope and jumps down.
I'll like slide down.
Alright,
I'm
yeah,
wearing gloves.
You slide down. From where you can see it here, this is a artist's rendition of what you can see. So I'm sorry. So
Okay.
basically, think of it like there's this hole, and you have a nice rope that is about this long. From what you can tell is whatever this is a giant open cavern. This is roughly. And you can probably I'd say be able to tell that there are edges about this tall, like at this height, wrapping around this cave.
So if we like swing to the side, we could probably get there.
Yeah, in theory, you could. Yes, I mean, it would be very tough, is what I'm saying.
I'ma do it.
All right, give me like.
How far down is it?
This will be like acrobatics or something like that. I'd say.
No, but how far down is it? Just in case.
Just keep in mind,
You
fall
can't-
damage is.
You
I still can't see the bottom.
You can't see the bottom from here.
I'm at the like tip of it, 50 feet down. And I still can't see the bottom.
No
Oh,
bottom.
wow.
That's worrisome.
Jump!
Seems like a good idea.
Don't jump! Pulls out camera. Okay, now jump!
Alright, alright.
So are you gonna attempt this?
Alright, I don't have any spells or anything for this. Okay. Fuck it, let's go for it.
Man, Featherfall being
Wait.
nice right now.
So what are you doing? Are you...
I'm gonna swing to the side.
Alright, give me an acrobatics check.
Let's get it on!
Yeah, I'd say you can make that.
Okay.
So as you swing, it's sort of like you swing and you grab onto the edge and you desperately grasp anything to hold onto, and there's just this nice sticking out stone, and you're able to pull yourself up onto the edge. It isn't a wide edge, but it would fit like a normally medium-sized humanoid easily.
I am small, so I'm good.
Yep.
Alright. Alright! Come down!
I'm gonna start climbing down.
All right. As you begin to climb down, you can. It's the same deal with you. That's everything you can see is just that.
You gotta swing to the side!
I'm with the science team.
Okay, I'm gonna try and swing.
Go ahead. Give me an acrobatics.
I use precipitation to make an X, giving him advantage.
Yep. You're able to swing, and you're able to also grab onto the ledge.
That's neat.
I help pull him up, and we're here.
Yep.
Alright!
You are now on an edge. As you look around, only one thing is notable to you on this edge line, and that is what looks to be like some sort of crystal embedded into the wall. That's actually relatively close to you, and that is all that's on this edge.
Touch.
As you go up to the crystal and you touch it, like where you touch it, depending on how much pressure you put onto it, it emits an amount of light. So when you end up putting a little bit of weight onto it, it's less than an inch around your finger. The light sort of spreads on the crystal, and when you put more pressure into it, it gets wider and wider on the radius, and brighter as well.
Can we take it out the wall?
It is relatively brittle and possible to take out, yes. It takes not much effort at all. It takes maybe a little bit of bashing if you have some sort of tool, but that's about it.
Okay. Yeah, I'll just take the back of my sling and just start bashing into the side of it and then pull it out.
Yeah, okay. You pull out sort of a crystal that's about the length of probably a normal human's forearm. It's relatively long, and
Jeez.
it is embedded in the wall, and these sort of crystals sort of shape out so they'll like that. So you can, now that you've taken out one, you see the rest of them sort of crumble, and you can do the same thing with multiple of them now. So you now have access to multiple of them.
Oh, so there's more now?
Yeah, so it's like you see them sort of collapse, and then so you got perfectly shaped ones of different varying sizes, and what happened was you pulled out one, and then the others sort of collapsed because that one was like sort of a weight support.
Oh, okay. So I could just kind of pick up some other ones? So they've kind of like fallen and like they're loose now.
Yeah, they're loose.
Right. Can I take one of the smaller ones or anything?
Yeah. You pick up one of the small ones. As it sort of rests in your hand, it lets off a little light.
I will throw it against like the cavern wall and hope it like bounces off the wall repeatedly so I can see how deep
as you
this
do.
goes.
Yeah. As you do, each wall hit, you see it get brighter and brighter and brighter, until eventually it looks like it's just sort of like a star in like the distance, and then you just see it shatter as light expands from it, and below you see some sort of reflection coming back up towards you.
A reflection of us?
It seems to be like a reflection of the light from the ground.
Well, they just dropped. They didn't climb down, did they?
You remember seeing them as they're going through, because of the size. They've had to sort of like wiggle their way down, so you see that they're like using their arms against the side as they're going down.
Shit. Okay. All right. Alright, another small one. Throw it straight down this time. I wanna.
Yep. It
I wanna
takes.
try and get a better. I wanna try and get a better look at
It
this.
takes roughly 2 seconds when you throw it straight down, and then you hear a almost like an audible splash, and then a very large light, as this was a lot of pressure when it hit the surface, and you can see that rapidly it sort of is disorientated, but it lights up what you can tell is some sort of liquid down below.
How much time has passed since the short
Do I jump?
Like an hour and 10 minutes or so.
since the short rest?
Well, if you're happy
10
to
minutes.
jump, I'm sure you can.
Okay.
Know how it goes.
Tell my story! And I jump down.
It's like into the water. Like the force does like hurt, is stinging, but it's not enough to cause actual damage to yourself. When you, I'm assuming you like pencil dive, or are you going like, are you fucking dive boarding?
I pencil dive.
Yeah, when you pencil dive, you relatively go down really quickly, and you can see when you hit the water, it is deep. It is really deep, because as soon as you hit the crystal, it's still floating down below you, slowly dimming. And you look above you, and you can see in the distance under the water a small glimmer from the hole above. And you sort of rush up to get to air, just and
Alright.
at that point, you sort of look around and you can see what looks to be a cave system, potentially, that goes further outwards, that has one of these crystals already lit up.
Bring some more of those crystals down here!
Okay.
And jump!
I'm gonna grab some crystals, as many as I can carry.
Yeah, you holding them in your hand while you do this?
Yeah, both
Yeah, okay.
hands, like as if I was cradling it like a baby.
Yeah. Same deal, you fall down and it is rough at first. When you're in the water, the initial hit, with the pressure that you put onto it while trying to hold on to them steady, you can see them that they get really, really bright. One or two of them are slightly vibrating when you reach the surface. They seem okay right now, but you're not certain for how much longer. As you would have also seen what happened to the previous one.
And I've already, like, once I said that, I was like swimming over to like the low cavern.
Yep.
So do I put these down?
No, like, take them over here!
Okay, I'm gonna take them with me to Browns.
Yeah. As you're like reaching closer, because you've currently also got the crystals there, a lot of this is much more visible to see, because I believe some of you have dark vision, or do both of you have dark vision?
Both dark
Weird
vision.
dark vision.
Yeah. You can see that, because normally that's like in black and white, isn't it? If it's using dark vision.
Yeah, normally.
Yeah. You can see in pretty bright color the crystals that haven't been activated on the wall seem to be the ones down here. The ones above were clear, almost translucent. These ones are like a very dark, royal, rich purple.
Purple.
And the cave system you can see further down is one of the crystals lit up.
Alright, well, let's follow them.
Alright.
Let's
go. This
I think what I think happened is like they're is the cavern like look big enough for them to like
most definitely, yeah, most definitely. Like
right,
these
okay.
are large like holes that you're walking through right now. These large tunnels.
Right. Well, I was thinking like follow like the glowing ones, I guess.
So when you reach up to the first glowing crystal, a closer inspection to it, you can see that there's like a clamp on the crystal applying pressure to it currently. Very small and very crude in design, but enough to just have weight and pressure on the crystal. And you see several of these scattered throughout the cave.
Alright. Well, let's move along. Don't want any of those.
Walking wise, it takes about an hour before you notice any differences. I'm going to quickly switch over to Fury. Fury, as you begin to wake up, you're now entering in and this is like you're currently on one of their backs. You feel like you're being binded by the wrist and the legs, and you're currently being carried. And you can see in here a campfire, several of these large creatures sort of sitting around the campfire, just sort of laughing and talking to one another in a strange language. And it brings you over to what looks to be like a strange cave. It has like a crystal and stone structure, and he just throws you into there and closes it. And you see him then apply a lock to it, and then walks away.
How tough are these bindings?
Relatively not too tough. I'd say with some time, especially since a lot of the stones around are relatively sharp, it would only take you a little bit to maybe cut through the binding.
Am I in here alone or someone else?
You can see unconscious is Ollie. As well, you can see there. Where are they? You can see the body of both Seratha and one of the dwarves piled on top of each other, and you can see what looks to be two of the dwarves unconscious in the cages next to you.
Is Ollie awake yet?
No.
This is unfortunate.
Take note, one of the bodies you can't see here is the body of Torth.
Body of Tor. Who was that again?
That's the human who assisted you, which I will make
okay.
Show to everyone.
How unfortunate.
Yeah.
Big die.
I hope we can get our money back though.
I had the same thought.
I did not.
Yikes.
What? They're not using it.
That's true. Very true. You can also tell that none of your belongings are on you currently.
Huh?
None of your belongings are on you currently.
Well, that's fine. I'm a monk. I can fight with my.
Yeah. So.
However, I can't fight with 1 health.
Anything you're doing in the meantime?
I think I might just chill. I might weaken my bindings, but not break them, so they're easy to break when I need to break them.
Yeah. I'd say.
Yeah.
Give me I'd say either sleight of hand or stealth roll, just to so you can set it up like it and be convincing without giving away if they were to inspect it at any time.
15.
Yeah. Okay. It seems relatively good and to you, and it would fool pretty much most people. The other two, when you guys eventually you reach up to a point where you see a fork in the road, in a strange terms of speaking. The visible signs of each of these directions, one of them you can see what looks to be like a warm light on the right hand side, and on the left hand side you can see what looks to be strange because it's weird discoloration of the cave. Like the crystals, as you see further down, begin to become more green down that direction. So that's Grushta and...
Can minor illusion
Crabs.
make noise?
Right. Is there anything else?
You can make it.
Yeah.
I guess we just continue on the brightest path, right?
Push forward.
So,
Push forward.
the warm light one or the green one?
Let's go. Warm.
Yeah, because they'd have more activity, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Sure.
You begin to go down the warmer path. Drawing closer further down, you can hear the sounds of what you can assume are drums. It's just rhythmic and constant beating.
Can I hear those drums? Or no?
No, currently you can't, Fury. But yeah, it's constant beating drums. Little bit longer. It begins to become really warm, because you begin to have a little bit of sweat. Even like, a goblin who's lived in caves for a long period of times, or an orc that's been out in heat. This is still gross. What you're feeling. You can see the walls are beginning to have moisture. The crystals themselves are actually all beginning to have their own light
I'll
being
be back.
emitted from pressure that's in here. It doesn't even need like clamps at this point. It's just bright throughout. But the warm light is also becoming brighter as you eventually reach into an opening, and what you can see is these large, heavy machines currently drilling in 4 different places downwards, and then this giant one in the center as well going downwards in a drill. And what you can
wait, before we go any further,
this is only on the edge.
Gurstar, can I have those crystals?
Well, if you can carry them all, I pass them to them.
Like how many do I get? Like
There, from off what he grabbed, there was probably about 8 to 9 crystals, easily.
Right.
Also,
all kind of like small.
Yeah, there's like 1 or 2 nice big ones, and then there's a couple of small ones as well.
Right. All right. Cool.
So another thing to note was on the entrance of this is those on the edges of this. You can see several of these large creatures digging into the sides, collecting crystals, iron, what looks to be different types of clay deposits, copper deposits, relatively just mining through this, and the big 4 drills and the one in the center. You can see everything that's being drilled is also being collected at the bottom, and then sent to the top of the drill, which is then going through some sort of strange refinery process. You know that dwarves have created the same machines in the past, but this is a lot more ancient and ritualistic in design.
Shit. So, do we continue on this way or try the other way?
I'm not sure. I assumed that the green crystal was mid-activity. I suppose the other way?
Yeah, let's try the other way.
Yep. You guys loop back around. It begins to cool down. The path that you take doesn't actually go downwards. This one is a lot more straight now. As the lights begin to turn green, you can hear the sound of laughter further down. The sound of drumming and drilling has completely sort of left your ears. And as well, you can begin to smell what you think might be pig or maybe chicken. You can't quite put your nose on it.
Are they gonna eat Fury?
Oh shit.
I don't know if that's a good idea. He's probably tough.
He's probably really salty.
Yeah, it's like a salty, tough meat.
He's spicy too.
Beef jerky! Oh no! Alright,
Go!
I speed up after saying that. I'm like beef jerky and run.
Yeah. You run in towards where this is.
The moment I see someone, I try not.
Yeah. As you get closer, you end up into this area that you can see. Initially, there is only like one campfire. You see a couple of makeshift beds of some sort with a couple of those creatures lying in them. Around the campfire, there's about 3 or 4 of them sort of sitting around, looking at this meat, eating it, picking off bits of it once in a while. Another one is off to your right, and you can see him. He's down. There's like the small little outcrop. Currently, you can hear him urinating against the wall. And you can see towards the center between all of these views is against the wall several cages with two
Where's
dwarves,
Singe?
Ollie, Fury, and next to them 2 bodies that are lying outside.
Is Singebeard here?
Doesn't seem like he's anywhere around here.
Dang.
Well, to the cages we sneak, I guess.
How are we gonna get to the cages?
So the way this is designed, just so that you guys can see it, I'm actually just going to take you...
Get rid of this so we have a blank canvas.
Well, yeah, I was just going to take you to a blank canvas.
Oh.
So, and actually I'll also make this visible for anyone at home watching. What we'll do is, first things first, we'll start with the general shape of the room. Alright, so you guys came in, actually that's a tad bit too... There we go. You guys came into this sort of cave section here, and you can see that that outcrop that I was telling you about is sort of probably like that big. That's sort of just an extra area available. And in here there are, you know, a couple of poles that sort of like are part of the cave structure themselves. Sort of spread around, and then you've got these guys. Okay, of course they're not just going to line up there perfectly, but that's fine. That's actually would be about here, because there's another one there. One that was urinating. There you go. Ollie, Fury, 2 dwarf soldiers, so probably about there, and the ones that are sleeping are probably about 3 or so that are over here. Well, that's what happens when you mass do that.
How the hell?
How does that happen?
And then this is the fire there. That doesn't look like a fire because, whoops. Yeah, there, fire. That's everything you see in here. Oh, and of course the one that's actually the cave entrance that you came in would be a little bit wider. So it's more like that.
Right.
There you go. That's what you see.
Now how the heckins are we meant to... I'm scared.
Well, you're an orc, right? You're strong, right?
Than the average human.
Yeah. That's. I mean, it's the best we got. Here's the plan. Here's one of those big crystals, and I hand one of the biggest crystals that we had.
Yep.
Here's the plan. Don't let it go now, because that will draw attention to us. But what we're gonna do is sneak. We're gonna try and sneak over there. Get over to the cages and set them free, and try and sneak back with them. But if they see us, you slam the rock down like a flash bomb. You're gonna have to hit it really hard to get it to glow that hard. But I think it'll work.
I pull out my mage hand and I do the thing like, you know, when you like pray to God. You know, like you touch your head and your chest. And that's what I do with my mage hand. I'm like, alright, let's do this.
Alright, Fury, are you here?
Sneak time.
Alright, I'm gonna say that Fury's not here.
No.
But oh well, that's fine. Alright. So yeah, give me 5.
Fuck.
Stop. And away we go.
And away we go. Alright, how about this? I'm going to roll the d20.
Uh-huh.
I'm not gonna hide it. I'm just gonna roll a straight d20. Oh, actually, I can just roll them straight from their sheets. Who am I kidding?
I mean, like, they can't see us yet.
It's
Right.
a wisdom check, right?
Yeah, it'll be like perception, so...
Yeah, wisdom. Alright.
Yeah, perception is wisdom. Okay.
So, the first thing that happens. Oh god. Like, you know you didn't want to drop the crystal. You said to yourself you wouldn't drop the crystal, but the first step you take, a slight trip, and I'm assuming you didn't give all the crystals to Frowns, or Frowns had some of the crystals and he gave some to Brewster, right?
I have all the crystals except for one big one I gave to him.
So both of you, when you come in here, just the slight trip, and both of you drop your crystals. When they hit the ground, what happens is just this beautiful display of light. When a bunch of them begin to glow really, really bright, and the ones that were initially vibrating go beyond vibrating now, and you see as pressure cracks, and some of them fly, sort of like gas canisters that have been pierced, and it just flies and hits across the room, smashing and creating beautiful, parts of light. Both of you give me 1d100 rolls, real quick.
1d100?
1d100. Alright, so it's okay because lower is good in this one.
Okay.
So Declan, when you drop all your little crystals, they all sort of burst around and start smashing everything. A couple of pierce into some of the poles. So I will quickly give those poles a green light. You can see the ones that smashed into poles vibrating relatively violently. Whether you take this as an opportunity or not, that's up to you.
The moment I giraffe, I just like shit.
Grishta, when you drop your giant one, you see it from where you stand just shoot directly off in this direction and hit this one in the back as it does like this really big explosion of light. He sort of gets blind. He's like, he covers his eyes, turning around, and you see as it's like urinating everywhere now as he's swinging around everywhere.
How big is it?
Oh god.
Hello?
He is currently blind. I don't know if there's any way to describe blindness. So Fury, what you see as you're sitting there in your cage, give me a quick perception roll.
14.
You see, like...
Has it been I've been seeing it awake. At least half an hour, right?
Yeah.
Alright, cool, my key's back.
Alright. So you...
Well, 1 health, baby.
What you initially see or hear, I'd probably say that means you could have also had a no.
I don't...
Yeah.
Well, even if I could, there's nothing I could do. I'm out of hit dice.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So what you see, Fury, is... Well, you hear it first. You hear a couple of footsteps. And then from where you are, I'd say you can roughly see a little bit of light coming through the corridor in the distance, off in this direction. And that's when you then hear it, which is the sound of tripping, audible and then glass shattering. This pure light forces past in this direction towards this little alcove. You hear one of the creatures just start screaming wildly, and this strange stream of liquid heading outwards of the crop in this direction. You don't know what it is. Several ones over here are, freaking out as they rapidly try to get up out of bed, and the ones over by the fire you see as they sort of turn around and look towards what you can now see are your friends coming to try to save you.
Da, 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 da.
Smooth.
You can have a quick action for a surprise because they are surprised.